Hey everyone, how's it going? Azrin here, owner of the Calgary Language Nerds, and welcome to today's Learn Gujarati with Me podcast episode, and of course, YouTube video. Over the weekend, I watched a movie on an app called Jojo. Jojo. That's how you spell that. Jojo is pretty much Gujarati Netflix. And I watched a movie called Misri, Misri. And today we're going to do a little movie review, or rather, start a movie review about this particular movie. What I'm going to read you today is from a much longer review. This is kind of a short little segment. If you do want to watch the whole review, I'll put a link to the review in the episode description box. So let's go line by line. Misri e Arjun ane પૂજાની વાત છે. તો મિશ્રી એ અર્જુન અને પૂજાની મિશ્રી એ અર્જુન અને પૂજાની વાત છે. Very easy sentence. Misri is about Arjun and Pooja. Anytime you have blah 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 ni vat che, it means about. Some of you might be thinking, wait a second, isn't there another word for about? Yes, there is another word for about. The other word for about is vishe. So I could say, a film, this movie, Arjun ane Pooja vishe che. Pretty much the same thing. So Misri e Arjun ane પૂજાની વાત છે. પૂજાનો એક ભૂતકાળ છે. So I'll type that here. પૂજાનો એક ભૂતકાળ છે. પૂજાનો એક ભૂતકાળ છે. Bhutkar is like a past. No is like a possessive article. So the best way to translate this literally is there's a past, bhutkar che, that belongs to puja. So puja has a past in English, in like regular English. But in Gujarati, you would say something like puja no ek bhutkar che. So puja, there's a past that belongs to puja, something like that. Puja no ek bhutkar che. Je means which. So puja has a past, which je Arjune nathi khabar. Nathi khabar means he doesn't know. So Arjun doesn't know about her past. Nathi khabar. Usually you have a person plus ne plus nathi khabar. Nathi khabar could be flipped, by the way. You could say khabar nathi. So these two words can be interchanged. Person plus ne plus khabar nathi, or person plus ne plus nati khabar. So I could say Pooja ne nati khabar. Pooja doesn't know. Ezra ne nati khabar. Azran doesn't know. If you want to use nati khabar with like I don't know, or you don't know, I'll type those on the screen for you. I don't know. Mane nati khabar. You don't know. Tane or tamne nati khabar. Tane for informal, tamne for formal. He doesn't know, ene nati khabar. We don't know, amne nati khabar. They don't know, eloko ne nati khabar. Okay? Let's keep going. So Arjun ne nati khabar. અને જ્યારે ભૂતકાળનો જ્યારે ભૂતકાળ એનો ખબર પડે છે, જ્યારે ભૂતકાળ, I'm going to simplify that a tiny bit. ભૂતકાળ નો ખબર પડે છે. So this in English means when he finds out about this past, right? Anytime you have blah, 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 no khabar pade che, it means when you find out about blah, 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 blah. Jare bhutkar no khabar pade che, you find out about that past. It's very difficult to like translate all this word per word. Very difficult to, but kabar pare is like knowledge falls, I guess. So it's like saying when the knowledge falls on you, something like that. So yeah, just remember that. That's a sentence pattern. Blah blah blah. No kabar pare che means he or she finds out about blah 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 blah. Okay, let's clear this. Okay, so જ્યારે ભૂતકાળનો ખબર પડે છે ત્યારે એને સ્વીકારીને એ આગળ. Okay, I'm gonna actually simplify this just for a second. જ્યારે sorry ત્યારે એ આગળ વધે છે. Let's just make this easier. ત્યારે એ આગળ વધે છે. So when he finds out about this past, then ત્યારે એ આગળ વધે છે. So આગળ is forward. Vadhe che in this case means he moves forward. So he moves forward. Agar vadhe che. Vadhe che normally by itself means like increasing. It's increasing, but agar vadhe che means it's moving. He or she is moving forward. Remember that when we have the present tense, anything with e che at the end is like he or she. So e agar vadhe che. He's moving forward, she's moving forward, right? E kam kare che. He or she is working, right? These e che's at the end in the present tense is for he and she. Okay, let's read that mini section one more time and then we'll keep going. Here we go. Let's read that again. Misri e Arjun ane પૂજાની વાત છે. પૂજાનો એક ભૂતકાળ છે જે અર્જુનને નથી ખબર અને જ્યારે ભૂતકાળનો ખબર પડે છે ત્યારે એ આગળ વધે છે. By the way, I've simplified this a little bit. He actually accepts it. I want to take the accepting part out. He kind of like learns about the past and then he moves forward anyway. He learns about it, he accepts it, and he's like, yeah, let's just move forward anyway. I've simplified the sentence. It kind of makes a little bit less sense than the full sentence does, but I want to keep it as simple as possible to not introduce too many new grammar points and make it overly complicated. Okay, next part. અર્જુનને પણ એના માતા પિતા એના નાનપણમાં you know what? I actually don't want to do. I don't want to worry about that. Let's skip this section. They don't want to. Yeah, let's just leave this. We can skip this. I'll tell you about this. He has a kaka. The kaka's name is Sam. Kaka's like an uncle, okay? And his khas mitra. So khas mitra. Khas mitra. Khas mitra means best friend. Khas is like special, so but this means like best friend. And his khas mitra, his best friend, is Jignesh. Okay. Yeah, so he has two best friends. Let's just keep it really easy. Okay, next one, next line. Amto e flirt che. So amto, very difficult to translate that. It's kind of like so. So he's a flirt, right? Let's see how the English translation is. Yeah, see, in the English translation underneath in this app, we don't even have amto translated, but amto is just, it's kind of like so. It's just a random filler word. Amto, you can put it anywhere. Amto e flirtche, right? Amto e flirtche. I wish there was a nice, you know, Gujarati has such nice style to it. There's kind of like you can speak Gujarati with style. And there's so many styles based on the dialects and regions. And amto just, I could delete it. I could say e flirtche. He's a flirt, right? But amto e flirtche, like it just makes it, listen to the tone even, right? E flirtche. He's a flirt. Amto e flirtche. He's a flirt. It just adds an extra tone to it, right? It's kind of like saying, so he's a flirt. That's like a good English equivalent. Gujarati tone, amto e flirtche. English tone, so yeah, he's a flirt, right? You kind of feel that. So amto e flirtche. But jare પૂજાને મળે છે. So jare પૂજાને મળે છે. So when he meets પૂજા, મળે છે means like he meets. A blah blah blah, એ મળે છે, like he or she meets, very easy. Just a tiny thing, we always have ne before મળે છે. Always ne before it. So હું friend ને મળું છું. I'm meeting a friend. હું friend ને મળું છું. He's meeting his mom. એ મમ્મી ને મળે છે. Always ne before મળે છે. Okay? So જ્યારે પૂજાને મળે છે, when he meets પૂજા, અને first time એ પૂજાને જુએ છે, another easy sentence, when he sees પૂજા, અને first time એ પૂજાને જુએ છે. Again, juve che is like he or she sees, but again, before juve che, we always have ne, right? So e puja ne juve che, he sees puja. Juve, by the way, has a couple of different ways to say this. You could say jove, jove, joe, juve, juve. You can pretty much, yeah, either jove or juve if you want to keep it really simple. Two different dialects, I suppose. I say, what do I say? I say joy personally. Do I say joy? Uh, Yeah. I do say joy. I do say that. So joy, both are fine. So ane first time. So what's going on? When he sees puja for the first time, right? First time puja ne joy che. What does he do? ત્યારે એના પ્રેમમાં પડી જાય છે. Then he falls in love with her. Yay, right? ત્યારે એના પ્રેમમાં પડી જાય છે. એના means like her, his or her, really, right? So then એના પ્રેમમાં, in her, like, how do you say that? In love with her. There we go, right? So it's like in love her, right? Like in love with her. No, in love with her. There we go. ત્યારે એના પ્રેમમાં પડી જાય છે. Padi jai is like pretty much, it just means falls. There's a lot of these like double verb combinations in Gujarati, but padi jai means like he or she falls. E padi jai che, right? It's the same as, by the way, synonym. A synonym is pade che. Same thing. E ત્યારે એના પ્રેમમાં પડે છે. Same thing. પડે છે, પડી જાય છે. Exactly the same meaning. Exactly the same. અને પછી what? I kind of want to skip this. Let's just skip this section. We can skip this too. Okay, let's do this here. Pan, yeah, I'll change this a tiny. Is there a pan before here? Yeah, there is. Pan. Pachi ek. Let's skip that word. Pachi ek akasmat થાય છે. પછી એક અકસ્માત થાય છે. Akasmat, as you can see at the bottom, let's click this. Akasmat, as we said. Akasmat is an accident. So pachi ek akasmat થાય છે. થાય છે is happens. So then an accident happens. Right? What kind of accidents? An accident. I'll read this last sentence, but it's kind of tough to break down grammatically for like a beginner level, but I'll still read it for you. જે એને પૂજાથી દૂર લઈ જાય છે. And we'll kind of end that there. Let's type that final sentence and we can wrap it up. So final sentence, I'll also read the whole thing for you so you can listen to it, right? પછી એક અકસ્માત થાય છે. જે I'll make it Arjunને अर्जुन ने पूजा थी दूर is it दूर ले जाए is that what it is दूर I think it is yes दूर લઈ જાય છે oh my goodness what a sentence so પછી એક અકસ્માત થાય છે so then an accident happens we already did that J is which boy um yeah this is tough to break down for beginners you know what this is a good example for this is a nice thing for us to do in today's video so Gujarati in comparison to English I think German is like this as well actually I've heard uh Gujarati is a language where sometimes you need to wait till the end of the sentence before you know what the sentence means. Like, if you were to not do the last 10% of the sentence would have no meaning, which is what makes this a bit tricky to translate properly. It would be like, which Arjun from Puja far takes away. Makes no sense in English. No sense in English, right? And remember, Gujarati has a very flexible sentence order. I could actually move a lot of these words around and it actually could still make sense. So what this is saying is there's an accident that happens which takes Arjun far away from Puja. It takes him, not far away, just, yeah, far. It takes him away from Puja. It separates them. There's an accident that separates Puja and Arjun. Okay? We can at least break down some of the words here. Dur lei jai che. Dur is far. Lei jai che is takes away. So it takes away far. Puja thi is from Puja. Arjun ne is like pretty much Arjun. We can almost drop ne. We can't, but you can pretend it's not there. So Arjun from Puja is taken far away. There we go. Arjun from Puja is taken far away. That's the most grammatically complex sentence in this whole thing. Okay, let me read that to you, and then let's read that together without stopping, and then we'll finish the video. Okay, chalo. I'll try and number how I read it because I simplified it a bit, but I'll do my best. Misri e Arjun ane પૂજાની વાત છે. પૂજાનો એક ભૂતકાળ છે જે અર્જુનને નથી ખબર અને જ્યારે ભૂતકાળનો ખબર પડે છે ત્યારે એ આગળ વધે છે. અર્જુનને oh we skipped this section. અર્જુનનો ખાસ મિત્ર જિગ્નેશ છે અને અર્જુનના કાકા સેમ છે. There, nice and simple. So his best friend is Jignesh, Kaka is Sam. આમ તો એ ફ્લર્ટ છે પણ જ્યારે પૂજાને મળે છે અને ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ એ પૂજાને જુએ છે ત્યારે એના પ્રેમમાં પડી જાય છે. We can skip this, we skip this. પણ પછી એક અકસ્માત થાય છે જે એને પૂજાથી દૂર લઈ જાય છે. All right, that's that. We did it. If you want to watch that whole review and like really kind of learn about that whole movie, again, there's a link in the episode description box. Have a nice day. See you in the next lesson. Aujo.